Get hyped, guys, because game number 5 is getting underway, and this will begin to paint a better picture of how the playoffs are going to end up panning out. One of them's got to win, and one of them has got to lose, but neither of them want it to be themselves.
Yeah, one of them's got to lose, like your favorite part, right?
That's easily my favorite part. You know, I lose so much.
Look at this.
What?
I haven't seen Scarlet Crusader in one of these decks in a long time.
Why is there a Scarlet Crusader in his deck?
Is it good against Patron?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say what Scarlet Crusader's against because I've never played it.
It's another. Well, you played that thing in Paladin before BlizzCon last year. Yeah, I remember that deck.
Just because I had one in there.
Yeah.
That was my super secret tech. Why are you giving it away?
That was like a year ago.
It was slightly under a year ago.
I love the fun they're having with each other about not having Wild Growth on 2. You know, he's like, sorry about that. Oh yeah, it's a natural mistake not having it. It's so good.
Dagger up on turn 2. Can't blame anyone for that.
Yeah, Scarlet Crusader, just another resilient 3-drop. You know?
It's actually looking pretty darn good.
Or are you gonna get one of these, you know, early Ancient Allures here?
How's he gonna respond to a Scarlet Crusader though?
Yeah, I feel like we might get an emote or something here.
I wish I could see his face right now.
And he's just like, what's going
It's
on?
like, what the heck?
Oh,
Well,
there's the Wild Growth.
This is actually a pretty darn good turn. You know, being able to hero power off the shield and then Wild Growth afterwards. And then the swipe is set up.
Yeah, it kind of makes his Innervate not as good, but you know, he'll probably find a turn where he can finagle it to be.
Yeah, still always can find windows of opportunity for that card. Innervate, not really dead until you're out of gas.
Yeah, it's one of the worst. It's also nice having it in your hand because you know you're not going to top deck it later in the game.
Yep. So, coin out Azure Drake, and this is the punish. This is the turn that RDU was looking for.
Yeah, this is going to be one hell of a swipe.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for at a swipe?
To be able to go to his face and kill both of these.
3 extra damage.
Keep asking me the question. I'm going to answer it.
Oh, SuperJJ's asked the question, and he's about to get the answer he didn't want.
Yeah, I mean, he's like forcing RDU to have swipe here, but this is going to be a brutal one. You know, because he attacked it with his hero power last turn, do you think, you know, he thought maybe there's a chance he doesn't have swipe? Do you think it's maybe like some message you got from that?
No, I don't think so at all, because the swipe has to come in, or to, you know, clean out the Scarlet Crusader. If anything, the attack on the Scarlet Crusader sort of signals that you have swipe. But the fact that he's got a backup Azure Drake in his hand, you know, just wants to be able to play on curve and build the best hand that he can.
Yeah, Azure Drake, one of the best ones against Druid.
Piloted Shredder a little late to the party. And SuperJJ looking a little bit nervous on this one. Knows that if he runs short on minions, he's not going to be climbing back. RDU step number 1, draw some cards.
Yeah, also he has 2 Phantom Knives in his hands. They're not going to be pretty good this game.
I want to talk about some possibilities here too. I mean, is there any merit to attacking with the Shade and then just healing it?
That actually is that's actually not bad. I mean, you play around Phantom Knives, you play around his hero power here, which you're okay if he takes 5, I guess. You know, you got your 5 in. But these Phantom Knives are going to be good.
I'm going to be able to sweep out the first Shade. You know, the benefit to it, of course, you know, not using the heal there is that you get the extra cards. So having the extra option is pretty darn important at the end of the day.
Yeah, he doesn't want to run out of gas. You know, he does have a Keeper of the Grove in his hand, not so good so far. He does already have, you know, a Wild Growth and an Innervate that aren't, you know, they're having diminishing returns as the game goes on.
And 2 more cards getting picked up. RDU trying to fight the grind battle here. And looking poised to do it. You know, able to use Innervate on the Wrath just to continue to keep tempo on his side of the board, and now he's pushing damage.
Yeah, great turn from RDU here, just kind of sealing SuperJJ's fate. Got 2 huge minions in play here, removing SuperJJ's. Now SuperJJ, all the onus is on him to fix, you know, this problem.
Tinker Sharpsword all picked up, you know, a couple of interesting plays here. You know, I actually don't mind Piloted Shredder prep the oil and then clear this board. You know, you take 5 damage in the process, and you do open your Shredder up to Big Game Hunter. But I feel like he's got to get something rolling, and I think the extra pressure may be necessary.
I don't hate that play at all. You know, you take some extra damage, but you have an anti-Keel bot, and it presents a huge threat in play too, which you need to do something. Like, you need to start trying to advance this game because it's going to be hard to nickel and dime RDU out from here. He's got so much pressure in play.
Really looking at this anti-heal bot.
Yeah, under-healing here doesn't seem the greatest either, but maybe SuperJJ has a plan with this to, you know, get some more damage in against these minions and then clean up after that.
Sprint first will burn a card. He's got to hurry up too, so Phantom Knives is going to be his play. And yeah, this is looking to me like for sure an anti-Keel bot if he plays it this way.
Yeah, he wants to make sure he gets the max value from his anti-kill bot here.
Yeah, I actually really like this because this sort of sends a mixed signal over to RDU. But clearly he doesn't have Eviscerate in his hand right now. Why wouldn't he eviscerate the 5-4? And if he had Blade Flurry, would he have just taken care of the board?
Yeah, I love this play from SuperJJ. It was a great turn.
Yeah, I think there's zero chance that RDU actually trades in the spot. And so 5 goes upstairs, but now suddenly this turn looking a lot better.
Yeah, he's got Backstab with Tinker Sharpside Oil and Blade Flurry. You know, he's got a couple other options as well.
Not only that,
it's hard to pass this up, though.
Not only this, but this play also plays around the big game hunter. So he's accomplished both goals at the same time. He leaves himself at a similar life total. He's able to sweep this board presence out. Sees what the piloted shredder drops first. I mean, this was a beautiful sequence from SuperJJ. And look at that, able to take out this Micro Machine. Suddenly the game is pretty darn close to even footing.
Yeah, able to take out this Micro Machine and still leaving 2 health on his minion here, so a hero power can't pick it off.
Just when I said it was equal footing, Verthor drawn.
Yeah, it's going to make these cards pretty cheap in this hand. He's going to be able to cycle this Wild Growth very cheaply. You know, he picks up Savage Roar with his Force of Nature. This game's over.
Yeah, one Blade Flurry's already gone as well, so has to feel good about his spot.
Yeah, SuperJJ does not feel good about this right now.
Yeah, I think you got to load up the board. I don't think a sprint can happen this turn. It's kind of stranded in his hand.
Yeah, you can see the pressure mounting on SuperJJ here.
Once again, didn't have sap in this matchup too.
I mean, we haven't even seen it in any of his hands in any of the games.
Exactly. Like it's such a key card to this strategy.
Maybe he went down to 1 copy.
I would very, very much doubt that. I mean, that's a pretty big stretch.
You never know.
That is true. I mean, these guys don't have to submit deck lists or anything. They're changing them momentarily. Maybe he doesn't expect RDU to play Druid again.
Yeah, I mean, if you play the sprint here, I mean, is there any way you're still in this game?
You have to draw prep afterwards, and I think that's exactly what he's thinking.
And he's already been through 1, so.
I'm sorry, he needs to draw sap afterwards. Prep obviously is something else he wants to draw too, but now he's at this spot, and this is looking ugly. This is Wrath for 1, Azure Drake, swipe.
Well, yeah, I like cycling Wild Growth here because if you pick up Savage Roar.
Oh, you actually just end the game with a Savage Roar draw. Yeah, that's actually much, much better. Every time someone can draw Savage Roar to end the game, like I've seen it just happen so many times. I'm always like, he's got to draw it, right?
I was like, yeah, you just Loatheb here, and I think you just push damage.
Yeah, the Loatheb also a pretty darn good one.
Maybe you still like Wrath and take care of whatever comes out the Shredder and then push 5 in, or maybe you just take care of all of his minions. But I gotta believe, yeah, you get to take care of almost his entire board here, right?
I think you just push damage. Yeah, he's under Loatheb right now.
I'm saying you can. Yeah, you definitely just push damage and try to win next turn. You have a swipe and a Force of Nature in your hand.
Burst.
Yeah, I don't know if SuperJJ can come back from this.
He's actually got more burst than that because he can play the Azure Drake, the Force of Nature, and the swipe next turn.
Casual.
SuperJJ just gonna scoop it up, not even gonna let this game finish. And RDU able to close it out. Druid, the big performer for him in this match. You know, when players are winning so much with one deck, I wonder what it is that makes them actually swap away from that strategy.